NoLifeJeff, that is my name. What is up, guys? And today I'm going to be talking about what we as a community can expect in the new update of Dream League Soccer. We've also speculated an upcoming Dream League Soccer 2020 update to roll around since it's November and all, and I'm going to be using information on past updates, First Touch Games' hints, and just straight up my predictions on what is to come in the next update this month, hopefully. And just to note that none of the information that I am going to be giving you is confirmed by First Touch Games. It is just simply speculation, my speculation, and giving you my best educated guess on what we can expect. So as for the release date, First Touch Games hasn't given us a lot of information of when we can expect this update. However, we can use past dates to give us an idea of where we can expect the update. So if we're looking back at Dream League Soccer 2017, that update was released in March of 2017. So we can just neglect that data point there. Basically, we're going to be looking at Dream League Soccer 2018 and Dream League Soccer 2019's release date. So if you look at Dream League Soccer 2018, it came out on November 16th of 2017. And so that's pretty close to where it is now in terms of the year, in terms of date, because we're in November now and it's November 2019, so we're coming in like around that time, as well as Dream League Soccer in 2019 was released on November 20th, 2018. So these release dates are basically like identical to each other in terms of month and basically day. They're pretty close together. So when can we expect Dream League Soccer 2020 to come out? If we're basing our release date on those two data points, which is pretty good, giving us two past dates that were like very similar to each other, so we can expect a third one to come out the same time. So we're definitely expecting it this month, and if not November, it'll be early December. But instead of giving you guys a broad window of update time, because no one likes that, all right? No one wants late November, early December. We want a specific date, obviously. So my best prediction is probably, I'm just gonna say November 27th, because I don't know, I like the number 27, and yeah, November 27th, I think that's when it's going to come out. If it does, call me a wizard. So as for features of what we can expect in Dream League Soccer 2020 when the update does roll around, there's a broad spectrum of ideas and concepts that can be implemented into the new update. There's so many things, so many possibilities of what can be updated. So, I'm going to try to give you my best educated guesses of what you can expect. First Touch Games has stayed rather quiet on their social media, so I really can't say much there. And yeah, so basically, there's probably about categories or about like a broad spectrum of things that I can that will probably come out. So those will probably be a guarantee. And then from the broad spectrum, I will just give you a specific example, so you guys can sort of, I don't know, maybe hope to see it come out, or maybe if you'd agree with me that it will come out. Or just, give you an example so you can understand the broad spectrum I'm talking about. So I'm going to start off with the obvious, and the first feature that is going to be added into Dream League Soccer 2020 is the new player data. So this means that they'll implement the transfers that happen during the summer transfer window, and they will probably change some of the overalls of the players based on how they performed. So basically, all the players that got transferred in the summer transfer window will be on the correct teams after the update. This could also mean that players are no longer in the game. So if they're transferred into into Bundesliga or MLS, because they don't have license for those, and as well as we could be getting new players that weren't in the game before. So if they transferred out of the Bundesliga or out of the MLS into a league where they have licenses. As for whether or not Dream League Soccer will have Bundesliga players in, I highly doubt it. They haven't been hinting at it or anything, and I think it's basically clear that we're not going to get Bundesliga players probably ever. And for my specific example, basically Griezmann, I'm pretty sure, is still Atletico Madrid in the game, so he will obviously change to Barcelona when the update does come out. So there you go. So with every First Touch Games update, I'm pretty sure it's a common denominator that there's always going to be some sort of new feature, that sort of new minor feature that doesn't change much into the game. Every single update speculation video I've ever done has always included that they're going to have a new transfer item. So something new in the transfers. So they had those specially developed players, they had the secret players, they had the weekly best, they had the created players. There's not a lot of things that they can add, but somehow First Touch Games is going to think of an idea of what they can add to the transfer market. So basically, a while back, First Touch Games did a poll on their Twitter to see what people enjoyed most about Dream League Soccer. I'll pull up the results for you right now. So they said, which of these is your favorite part about Dream League Soccer? Career mode matches scored the most at 55%, but if you look at the second one, right, you see signing new players is the second one. So it's 26%. Now I know there's the big percent difference that there's a clear majority that liked career mode matches the most, but there's not a lot they can change there, and there's not a lot they can implement in there as well. So I'm basically, if they're gonna look for something to please the community in, they'll look one more down and say signing new players 26%. So somehow they're gonna add something to the transfer market because signing new players seems to be what people like. Not as much as career mode matches, obviously, but it's still up there in the polls. Now, it's not always a transfer item that they add. So what they could do is go for what people like and continue doing what people like. So they would, add something new to the transfers. For example, maybe like the holiday cards or like specially developed cards because it's Christmas, and they'll have like a green background or a green and red background because it's Christmas, or like a pink background if it's Valentine's Day. Specially upgraded cards because since they performed well the week of Valentine's Day or the week of Christmas or something like that. So they could add that to the transfers. However, they don't need to add a transfer item. What they could do is improve events, because only 8% of people liked playing events the most. So what they could do is, make a weakness, turn a weakness into a strength by making exclusive cards be rewards for events. So more people would do events to collect exclusive cards and stuff. So they could go either way with one of these specific examples that I'm giving you. So those are my two predictions of what they can do. But First Touch Games could always give us something else. So another obvious point I could point out that we can expect in the new update is this is going to be a Dream League Soccer 2020 update if it is going to be coming out in November. The next update of Dream League Soccer will be a Dream League Soccer 2020 update, which means they will have a new UI and a new soundtrack. So every single year they change the UI, so they'll change like the color of and like the logo and maybe even the cover star. And they'll make it, I guess, maybe look more professional, make it look more better. Anything, just they'll change the new UI. They'll have a new soundtrack. Just make it like a fresh start of a game. So another feature that First Touch Games adds every single update, or it seems to be like every single, yearly update that they have now around this time, is that they'll improve gameplay. So there's always complaints about the gameplay in Dream League Soccer, so they always tend to improve it. Now, are these changes noticeable? You never know. I'm pretty sure in Dream League Soccer 2019 you could see that the stamina it decreased a lot more than before, and maybe like the long shots were easier. Also, the free kick mechanics worked a lot differently. I'm not saying that there's going to be this much change in the next update, but they're gonna have something new or something different in the game that you probably is either noticeable or maybe not noticeable, but you'll notice something when you play the game again, and it'll be somewhat different. As for my specific example, I'm just gonna say that hopefully Dream League Soccer will fix the bad defenders. So when the players running straight for your defenders and your defenders kind of mess up, kind of like don't defend, even though they have like 100 stats, hopefully they get rid of that. Now, or maybe not get rid of that altogether, but maybe make the stats, like the tackling stat, do more. So maybe there would be less chance of it happening, because what I observe is that it's equally for everyone. Like, I don't think a 60 overall defender will do any worse than a 100 overall defender. So maybe something like that, or just lower the chances of that happening, because it sucks whenever it's a tie game. It's like the 90th minute and your defender just like doesn't tackle him, you know? And for my final thing that we can expect from Dream League Soccer 2020 is possibly a new game mode. In Dream League Soccer 2019, they released the Events mode, so you could play a brand new game mode. It's called Events, which I feel like there was a lot of hype at the beginning because everyone wanted a new game mode, or at least everyone I've seen on the internet, other than all those bombarded comments saying FTS, FTS, FTS. They all wanted a new game mode, or just something new that they can play in the game. However, the events didn't seem to turn out that well, obviously, because you saw that poll. Only 8% of people enjoyed playing events. So, I mean, yeah. But I, right now, have a great idea for First Touch Games to do. And hopefully, this is a reality. Honestly, I don't talk to First Touch Games actively, so I this is probably not going to happen. But for a new game mode, maybe in the next update, or if you can add this really quickly. I don't know if you can. I'm not a developer. A new game mode called Extreme. Okay? I'm pretty sure a bunch of Dream League Soccer players have played Dream League Soccer, beat the career mode matches, and they feel like they're done. And because they can't do it again because it's not a challenge anymore, okay? So to get a challenge, they play online. Okay? But then they play online, the connectivity's bad, the defenders mess up, or, they don't like playing against other people who have a way better team than them, and they feel like they're disadvantaged. So they quit altogether. They quit the game altogether, which I think is just so sad for this game. But what can really fix that is just upgrade the difficulty of the game. But maybe not in career mode matches because people want to beat it for the first time and learn it. But if you beat the career mode, let's just say, as soon as you beat the career mode, as soon as you win against yourself in the ultimate challenge, it unlocks extreme mode. So you have the title screen, you can click extreme mode on one of those tabs next to events or something, and you can play through like games, like sort of like a score. I know how much First Touch Games, I know how much you like Score, okay? Score Hero. So you could sort of do that. So you could have like a map, just like Score, okay? And then you would play a game, right? So I would say sort of like a FIFA campaign almost. If you've played FIFA Mobile and you've played campaign, but except the matches are really hard, and then you keep going along the map, all right, until the end. And they can always constantly update it, just like Score, giving you more levels and giving you more games to play. And it could be like iconic games, if you really want to do that, or it could just be regular games against a really good team with higher difficulty, and it'll be hard, okay? So you won't beat it on the first try every time, okay? And you could even do it like the campaign, like in FIFA Mobile, where you're down by 4 at halftime and you have to win. Something like that, okay? I know that's copying FIFA and stuff, but you can take ideas from other people, okay? It's not illegal, is it? I don't know. So basically what we can expect from Dream League Soccer 2020, the next update that's going to be coming out, is that it'll come out late November. I'm saying November 27th. I'm usually 1 or 2 days off because, I'm such a good guesser. We can expect features like new player data, a new transfer item possibly, and or like an improvement to the events, a new UI and soundtrack, obviously, possibly new cover stars, and improved gameplay and bug fixes, obviously. And I don't think the game mode's gonna happen, but if First Touch Games you're watching, I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure a lot more players would play. I'll put up a poll to see if people would actually play that mode compared to how much play events, okay? So yeah, all those things we can expect this month, this update. First Touch Games last year tweeted about the update around this time, so hope maybe follow their Twitter, look out for news about the update, and probably a week prior to the release. So maybe like November 20th or November 19th or whatever, a week prior, they'll start by telling us hints of what we can expect. But that was just based off of last year. I don't know if they'll do that again. Hopefully they'll do that this year, because that would be great to know what to expect when they do roll and be excited when they do roll out the update for Dream League Soccer 2020. But if you did enjoy this video and found it helpful, leave a like on the video, subscribe to my channel for more updates on news about Dream League Soccer 2020, and obviously Dream League Soccer 2020 gameplay when it does come out. But for now, guys, that is it for me. I'll see you guys in the next video.